It's just the way I am, man.
Hugh has always been a man of few words. I'm recording, by the way.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And to the viewers who are wondering which one is actually Hugh, raise
Say,
your hand, Hugh. Raise your just be like, this is me.
oh man. Um,
Hugh's arm is actually green, so it
which
doesn't show
which
up.
which hand? Yeah.
Never mind. Oh my God. You guys, welcome back to The Struggle with Candice Thompson. I am Candice Thompson. And if you've been watching this during the pandemic and over the past year, then you know that we're not really talking about struggles anymore because everybody's dealing with the same thing. We're just, keeping it light, talking about topical things and catching up with my friends. Basically, these are just phone conversations with my friends. This is what this has evolved into. Anybody that I've had on my podcast since the pandemic started, just people I just wanted to make sure it's still okay. And I haven't talked to in a while. And we're just catching up. That's all.
These are three-way phone calls.
These are three-way just like high school, exactly. So if you have not subscribed to the podcast, make sure you do that. We are on all podcast platforms. I'm posting on my personal YouTube page as well, so you can watch it there. Subscribe there, rate and review us on iTunes. And last but not least, if you haven't told someone about the struggle and you are enjoying this, pay it forward and let them know. Jokes by Candice on social media. I'm going to now introduce my co-host, the hilarious Mal Hall, and then we will get to the guest, who I'm very excited about.
Everybody, I'm back. Well, this will be posted after Easter. Hope you had a good Easter weekend, whatever that means to you. I'm on social media at Mal Hall. Like, I'm not going to church. I don't celebrate Easter, but if you did your Easter egg hunt or whatever you do, that's for our white listeners, the Easter egg hunt.
No, that's not true. We did that growing up. I mean, we were white adjacent, but still.
I'm gonna be forced to do an Easter egg hunt for my son tomorrow. So whatever it is, I'm on social media at Mal Hall TV on YouTube, and Candice, very excited. But tell the listeners, who is our guest today?
I'm so excited. This is one of my favorite people. I don't remember many comics jokes, but I remember Hugh Moore's jokes. Everybody, you're one of the first people that I remember meeting on the open mic scene when I first came out here to LA. So the hilarious, he was written on so many television shows, the hilarious stand-up comic, Hugh Moore. Give it up, give it up, give it up. I just want to let everybody know also that I text Hugh before because I wanted him obviously to come on the show, but he didn't seem like a person who does a lot of podcasts.
This is what happens. I try to get out of it. And if they ask twice or three times, then But you only asked once, and I said, all right. I'm just warning you, though. I don't have a lot to say, so.
He did. He said, I'm very low energy. And I was like, well, I was like, no shit, Hugh.
I've seen you on stage. Hugh.
I've known you for over a decade at this point, and it's like, yeah, I think I know what I'm getting into, and that's fine.
All right.
I was just giving everybody a heads up. Yeah. Low energy. The only other comic that I think that I had on the show that matches this energy was Ramon Rivas. Remember Ramon?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was very. Yeah. Ian had more energy than him, and Ian is very low energy.
Ian is very low. And
my life is a lot better when I warn people.
Mm-hmm.
Put it up front. It just makes things so much smoother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah. You have go ahead.
Meetings, whatever. I just want y'all to know. And they usually say, "Oh, cool. I got a friend that's laid back." So.
I have to start doing that. I have to start being upfront with it because when I go to meetings, and especially if I'm meeting people for the first time, I'm very sort of subdued and quieter. Yeah. And the notes are always like, if you could just have some more energy next time, that would be.
This industry loves energy.
Yeah. I'll just say next time, I don't do energy.
Yeah.
You told me that if I just am upfront with you guys that this is what it is, I could be myself.
Yeah, no. Do you guys, I don't know if you guys know who, Hugh, you probably know who, do you know who James Lopez is?
Damn, I feel bad that I don't.
I
Well,
don't either.
you may have met him. Well, Mal, you probably wouldn't know, but James works he's an exec at Will Packer's company. So they do all like Kevin Hart's movies, and like James like had a lot to do with like Girls Trip. Anyway.
Oh, I worked on Girls Trip in a.
See, that's what I'm saying. I know you. I know you know this man.
Yeah.
You've written on everything, and you know, like, in the Black comedy community is very small.
But I don't think I met him when I worked on Girls Trip.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, James, I bring him up because he is a person that's so low energy that his friends accuse him of being autistic.
That's foul.
They think they're like, something's wrong. And he's like, no, I'm just like that chill and I don't have a lot to say.
Still happy.
Mal, what's going on over there? I'm sorry.
I'm trying to figure out a way to like put my computer on.
That's where all the high energy is, in the back.
In the back seat?
No, because Carlene, my fiance, has the Prius, and normally the Prius has a huge dash, so I could just put the computer up on the dash.
Yeah.
But I'm in my car now.
Oh.
So there's
Have you ever been in the back seat?
I don't think I've been in the back seat of this car. No.
Except when he be fucking. You guys remember?
No, that doesn't count.
It doesn't count. It doesn't. Do you guys remember backseat car sex?
Yeah.
That's something.
It still exists, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still a thing.
It is?
I'm sure it is. I mean, don't make me prove it, but I'm sure it is.
Okay, Mal.
I'm just going to do this.
I'm going to email you some links to prove that it still exists.
That's still a thing? Oh, I believe you. Please save the links.
I remember, because I lost my virginity late, and so, you know, in high school, people had stories of hooking up in the back of the car.
Absolutely.
And so it was always this thing to me where it was like, that's definitely one of the places where I think I want to do it, because everybody's done it in the backseat of a car. And then you do it and you're like, it's kind of awkward. It's like not the best situation. You're fucking, but it's also like, are you?
Everybody with the weird sexual locations, calm down. The only place that it actually is enjoyable is the bed. Okay, that's the only place. Call me lazy, call me, you know, traditional, whatever you want to, a prude, whatever you want to call me, that's fine. But every other location, it's an inconvenience. I'm in my head because I'm trying to like focus, or I'm uncomfortable. It's not a good look. Just give me a mattress.
The car into neutral and roll away.
Wait, what'd you say?
I'm going to get the car into neutral, hit the.
Oh, Mal.
Candice is like, call me old-fashioned, but I just like to fuck in a bed.
Yeah. I mean, everyone tries to get fancy and creative, and I'm like, no. It usually ends up not as good as what people think it is. It's like, it's good on paper. Yeah. That sounds good. Hugh, I wanted to talk to you about the first time. Well, I don't know if it definitely wasn't the first. It may have been the first time we met. Because I like talking about the first time I met with people that come on. And I do remember it may have been one of the first times was at the Bliss Cafe.
It probably was.
Remember Bliss Cafe? Mal, did you ever do the Bliss Cafe?
I like that. I wish it was still around.
I mean, I think physically it is, or maybe it's not after the pandemic. I don't know. That doesn't seem like it was something that would survive this.
I think it just went away though.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure if like the pandemic probably closed that place. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there was a little Mexican dude named Martin that ran that place. And him and Joyelle used to always get into it. Like for some reason, he would give Joyelle attitude, and I enjoyed it very much. But anyway, so that's where I think Hugh and I met, and you were with, I believe, Rich Pierre Louis.
Probably.
Do you know Rich, Mal?
No.
He's on a ton of commercials.
He does so many commercials. You've seen him on commercials.
Okay.
You would be like, oh yeah, that dude. And this memory sticks out to me because I was with Joelle and you were with Rich Pierre Louis. And do you remember that Rich used to do a stunt?
Oh, yeah.
You know what the fuck I'm talking about.
With a pole, right?
Yes.
Which sounds crazy. That sounds, yeah. He could make himself, is it horizontal?
Horizontal.
On a pole.
On a pole.
Using his arms.
Yes.
So he's just a very strong man.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
like his whole body is just one muscle. Like but you know what else? He also has height advantage because he's small.
Oh, okay.
So like somebody like really tall would have a difficult time doing that. Huh?
Not fat either.
No. He's like all muscle. But yeah, if there's a pole right here, he would hold, and then his whole body would just be horizontal like this, holding
like a human flag.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Yeah, that's some shit that you see like gymnasts do, and you're like, that's impossible. Like,
yeah.
Physics of that don't make any sense to me.
Yeah, no, I think I told him on numerous occasions. I said, "Why are you a comic and not in Cirque du Soleil?"
Yeah, why don't you go make some money?
Go do a residency in Vegas.
It might be. That's his only trick, I think.
The only thing he could do. They'd be like, "Okay, Rich, what else? Here we are. We're 6 months in."
Handstand?
I can't do a handstand. Can you do a cartwheel? Can I do it on this pole? And it's not so much a cartwheel, but it's more that I'm just going to be suspended. They're like, no.
Now he's gonna call me. He's gonna like, I can do so much other stuff. I can't believe you said that.
You know what? Maybe I'll have him on the podcast next time, and he'll have a rebuttal.
He's got tons of stories. He's a talker. You would love him.
Okay. No, I love Rich anyway. I just don't. Look, this is how
I love him as a guest. Like he's the opposite of me.
Hugh, you're the first person to come on the podcast and actively tell us that you're not a good guest to be on the podcast.
Yeah. In the middle of it. Thing. He's doubling down in the middle of the podcast. Yeah. I warned you. This was not. But it's so funny that you say you don't have a lot to say. Meanwhile, you're a writer and a stand-up comedian. So it's not that you don't have a lot to say.
That's the extent of what I have to say.
Once that's out, you have nothing else to give?
Nothing else.
I hate you so much, but I love you. Hugh, okay, so Hugh was probably like, I have the most memories of like moments that involve Hugh because Hugh was a ridiculous person. And I need people to understand how ridiculous he is. Because another one of my favorite moments with Hugh that I remember is at the R Bar. You remember R Bar? They do comedy. Well, I don't know if they do comedy.
Oh, I know what you're about to say. Yeah,
you know what the fuck I'm about to say. Mal, and I think you probably heard this story too, because I've told it before. But so I was at our bar and I brought my white friend, Brenda, with me.
Okay.
I walk into the bar.
This was a joke, by the way.
Of course it was a joke.
Yeah.
But it was hilarious and so worth it. I walk into the bar with Brenda. And Hugh was in the back. And I was like, oh, Hugh's here. I was like, let me go introduce Brenda to Hugh. I don't think she'd ever met him before.
Yeah.
And this was probably, how long ago was this? Maybe like, Brand, she doesn't even do stand-up anymore. She's been out for like 5 or 6 years now. So it was probably like 8 or 9 years ago. So I introduce her. And the first thing that Hugh says out of his mouth to this complete stranger.
God.
Hey, Brenda, you ever been turned out before?
I think that statement has different meanings to different people, too. And I don't even know what I was implying.
Now, I had to mention that she was white because I think that most Black people would know what being turned out, right? And like you said, it implies different things, can imply different things, but I think that the most popular understanding of what that term means is like
a pimpish thing.
A pimpish thing, or even in this, I mean, that's got to be on only specific occasions that someone has been pimped out by somebody. And I don't think he was implying that Brenda was a prostitute. So I assumed he was talking about like in a relationship with a man, like a dude who just put it on you, who then had you wide open, you would do anything for him because the dick was just that good. And so I
swear I didn't mean anything. I didn't mean, I just, it's just a funny thing to say.
He was like, that's just what I say to people on the first meeting. The funniest part was Brenda's reaction.
To say to somebody you just met, hey, you ever been turned out?
It's hilarious, but again, it's even more hilarious when it's to a white person. A white, and you can't really say it to a man. It's more, because men don't really get, I mean, they can get turned out, but right? It's not really like, right? I guess it's the same thing as being whipped, right?
I think, I might be wrong, but I think if a gay person converts you, they turned you out, right?
Yeah, you're right. There are many layers to this phrase. Yeah.
Or is it the opposite? If you convert a gay person,
I don't think that has ever happened. I don't think that's ever happened.
I think that goes both. That goes both ways.
Wait, what'd you say, Mal?
I think it goes both ways. Like if a gay dude smashed with a chick and she put it on him so good that he was like,
never happened.
I'm retired from doing dick.
It's never happened. I'm telling you, it's never happened.
I don't know.
I don't believe that exists. I mean, they even did a Seinfeld episode about it. Like when Elaine was trying to switch a guy who, played for the other team. Mm-hmm. She was like, I'm falling for this guy. She's like, I'm gonna try it. And Jerry had all these amazing reasons why it's just not, he was like, they have the same equipment.
I think everything has happened once or twice. So
yeah.
If a gay guy, I think went and had some good pussy. And first of all, I will say this also, I don't know how gay they are if they went back to pussy. Like, I don't know how gay they were.
She brought it out of him.
That's the point. That's the point of the term, though. She turned him out. It was so good that she was able to turn that tide.
Yeah, I understand that, but what I'm saying is that
she turned them in.
Look,
if the sex was so bad, he decided I want to be with men from now on. She turned them in.
Yeah.
He didn't get turned out. He got turned in. He was like, this vagina is terrible.
Yeah.
Is all vagina this bad?
And I'm gonna assume this is the best of the vaginas, and so I'm going gay now.
If a dude is really gay, he doesn't like vagina. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just no. Like, all the gay men that I know that are like hella gay don't want anything to do with vagina. So the fact that he's even entertaining the idea of sleeping with a woman lets me know you're not all gay. You might be bi. You're not fully there. You're contemplating. Maybe you got molested as a kid and you're confused. You don't know.
It's just how tough that girl is, because that girl would be the equivalent of a gay dude that says to the straight guy, how do you know you're not gay unless you try this? And the girl's like, how do you know you're not straight? How do you know that you are gay if you have this pussy? And then he has it and he's like, you know what, you're right. I am not gay anymore.
Yeah, no.
I've been turned out.
Madonna turned somebody out before, I bet you.
Who's turned somebody out before?
Madonna.
Yeah, I mean.
Madonna, that's a good
Madonna, yeah.
see that because she's definitely a freak, but I also don't see it lasting.
By accident, though. She didn't, that wasn't her goal, but it happened. She didn't mean to do it.
Now I just can't get rid of this gay guy. He just keeps wanting to have sex with me. Yeah, no, I think it was temporary. I think she could turn somebody out temporarily, and then it would wear off, and he'd be like, "Oh, I got to get some more booty." It's a specific choice. If you like butt, you like butt. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good album title, Temporary Turnout.
Maybe we'll start an R&B group.
Temporary Turnout.
Oh, wait, I was going to ask Hugh a question.
Oh, boy.
You said, oh, boy.
I was going to...
Go ahead.
It was Mal, it was during when you were introducing yourself, and you said...
I was talking about
Easter. And you said it's a white thing. Hugh, what would Black people hunt for on Easter? If it's not eggs, what would Black people look for?
This sounds like a joke, and I'm supposed to know the punchline, but I don't.
No, it's literally, I was just trying to think of what Black people would hunt. A deviled egg?
Yeah, deviled eggs. It's just
why we gotta be devils, though?
I have no idea. How does it work? They hide the eggs and you find them, right?
Yeah.
You never done an Easter egg hunt?
Nah.
Maybe Black people don't do it.
Well, I'm from a very urban environment, so what if we're gonna? It would just the eggs would be dirty and.
Where did you grow? I know you're from New York, but what part of New York and how long?
The city. I'm from Harlem, and I lived in the Bronx. It just. I don't think you could do it there.
There's no Easter egg hunts in the Bronx.
Eggs in the sewer and.
Mommy, I think I found one. Like, no, that's a crack pipe, sweetie. Put that down. Don't touch that.
Yes.
Well, fine.
The rats would take the eggs.
Before the kids could get to them.
Somebody's gonna write in. Someone's gonna say, "Yeah, we did it," and I lived it. I'm from Detroit, and we did it.
And we did it. No, there's always anomalies for sure.
I'm making deviled eggs today for the first time in my life. I've never made deviled eggs before.
They're delicious.
I've had them before. They are delicious. But my fiance's family, white, is having a deviled egg off, like a competition who makes the best deviled eggs.
Oh.
And I enjoy cooking and competition, so I put them all on notice that I've never done this before, but I am gonna win.
If you win, everyone's gonna be mad at you. Just
Look, and I have faith in Mal.
Sometimes.
Yeah, no, I have faith in Mal. Mal is a good cook. And that is true. So be prepared for that. People will hate on you because you came in stunting on everybody, even though you've never even. My friend Shonda and I used to have a bake-off years ago. Whenever I would go home for Christmas, we would bake something. We pick something similar, and then we have our family members vote. And I think we did it maybe like 7 times. And of the 7, and here's the thing, is she really loves baking, and so do I. But she has a company now. Like she's a legit
professional.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's what she does. She gave up her day job and is this, and she is really good. She's very talented. But like I think of the 7 that we did, she won maybe 2, and I won. And she still to this day is mad at me. Still can't let it go because it's not something that I was focusing on. I would just come home, and I had people that were actively voting against me because, like Alec, my nephew, didn't want me to win, so he would choose Shonda's stuff out of spite. Yeah. And I still won. And then one time she was like, "It's biased because we always do it at your family's place." I was like, "Shonda, invite your whole family. Invite your whole family," and they came. other friends that had never participated in it that were more her friends than mine all came, and I still won.
That's good.
Like her parents voted for me, and she's still mad. She's still mad. You cheated. No, how did I cheat?
You paid everybody $1 to vote for you.
Like, no, I did not. I was even like, please let me lose, just so she could shut up. Please let me lose, and I still won. Lord, no. But so be prepared for that. There's going to be animus towards you for at least the next 5 years if you win this.
I mean, these people have all tasted my food before. They know what's coming.
They know what's up.
Now they do it all, man. You ever seen him play basketball? Oh my goodness.
Mal?
Yeah, I was amazed.
You're that good at basketball?
He was hitting threes, and it was great.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Are you insulted that I'm so surprised?
No, that's normally the if I show up to the park for the first time talking like how I talk and acting like how I act, I'm always picked last on the first game. And then after the first game,
they're like, I fucked up.
That's like me with comedy.
Yeah.
People like, you're a comedian? What?
Mm-hmm.
It's the energy thing.
Yeah.
You're a comedian that is the anti-comedian simply because you're not always trying to get attention 24 hours a day. Like you don't have that you're not always turn on, right? And you're not, you're just super chill. And that's a compliment because I hate most comedians. So whenever someone does the opposite,
comedians are hard to hang out with when they have that energy of like, I have to be funny or I have to tag normal sentences.
They're on all the time. It's the worst.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Yeah. Melly, you noticing that Hugh's head is getting lower and lower?
Well, my lighting is terrible. Hold on. How's this?
That's good.
You don't need lighting. You're like me. We're like human bounce cards. We're so light skinned that we don't need light. We are the light, okay?
That sounds like something my grandmother would tell you.
Candice, you are the light.
You are the light.
That's what I tell all my cult followers.
You are the
light. And now I wanna talk about how Hugh, your name is Hugh Moore, and
where's this?
You know where this is going. It took me, I think, 8 years to figure out.
Okay, I got something to tell you about that.
And it is your real name?
No, that's not what I'm telling you. This is what I want to tell you. It's a compliment. People, I feel funny saying this, but I'll say
it.
People that take the longest to get the pun are usually the most intelligent people. You know, doctors and scientists. But no offense to janitors, but a janitor will get the shit right away. Factory worker, I love blue collar workers, so please don't take this the wrong way.
Look, that's 40% of my demographic that listens to this podcast are janitors, Hugh. So
I put it this way: if you use your brain a lot for work and stuff,
you won't pick up on it.
You don't pick up on it for years.
Yeah. How long did it take you, Mal?
Then you call me at like 4 a.m, like, yo, I just got it.
Mal, were you one of the people that got it immediately, or were you stupid, or are you?
No, don't.
Or did you get it?
Mal, don't answer.
Yeah, I'm kidding. No, but answer it. He didn't get it immediately, I don't think. Did you? He did.
I used to be a janitor, Candice.
Look, you could be one of those janitor savants like Matt Damon in Good Will Hunting. Which is why I've never stereotyped janitors after watching that movie. I was like, you don't know. There could be some brilliance underneath that jumpsuit. We don't even know. But yeah, Hugh Moore, and I guess listeners, since I didn't fully just, address what I was talking about, it's Hugh Moore. And if you are a janitor, then you understand, you get the pun immediately, humor. And if you're not a janitor, then maybe you wouldn't have gotten this until you watched this 8 years after and been like, oh, Hugh Moore, humor. Now, did I ever ask you why you did that? And I ask what your real name? I know what your real name is, I think.
I'll tell you what happened.
Tell me what happened. I don't know if I've ever gotten the origin story.
Basically, when I auditioned or stood online, I learned that I didn't like comedians. I was like, man, I'm not telling these motherfuckers my real name.
Wow, that's why.
Yeah. But I wasn't a kid, but I was a teenager
when you came up with that.
Came up with it.
Have you ever regretted it and been like, I should have never?
Well, it's the bed I made. I'm just going to sleep in it. So it's not a
I only ask that because, when you're a teenager, sometimes teenagers make decisions that are stupid. And I'm not saying your decision was stupid. I'm just saying you may be a different person now and like, oh, I wish I hadn't done that.
It's not that big.
I mean, it's a good name. I like it in general. I've always liked the name Hugh. I've always liked it. I even dated a guy named Hugh. I shouldn't have, but I dated a guy named Hugh years ago. What's that?
I said, you'll get back with him one day.
No. Absolutely not. I learned a long time ago I was too good for that Negro. But and I don't know why. I remember so many moments with Hugh. I remember we did a show together downtown at the Downtown Independent Theater. And on the way there, this was in 2012, and I know this.
What's crazy, I'll let you get back to the story, is that
you remember this?
Myself is very forgettable.
Oh, say no.
That you've got all these stories.
So I'm saying, that's why I was like, when you're like downplaying like how you are on a podcast, I'm like, you don't understand. Even if you don't have a lot to say, I'm gonna have a lot to say about you because for some reason you have stuck with me. And I just have always found you very fascinating and hilarious. I mean, a lot of people do. That's why they fucks with you, and that's why you're still working and have had a great career in Hollywood. But we were driving to a show. It was either 2012 or 2000. I think it was it was definitely 2012. We were in my car. You asked me for a ride, so we were going since we were both on the show. I was like, yeah, I'll get you. So we went down there together, and I had Frank Ocean playing. And there was his song, Thinking About You. I've been thinking about you. Nah, ooh, nah, nah, nah. I've been thinking about you. And
I know what you're about to say.
What, you know what I'm about to say?
No, I don't. Oh. I'm afraid. I don't know.
No.
He's like trying to remember. He's like, what the fuck? What happens next?
Like, maybe I should log off before she finishes what she's about to say. He just ejects himself from the podcast. Flies up out of the screen.
So what happened?
And this is such a stupid story, but I'm just pointing it out as something that I remember about you. And I think about you saying this every time I hear this song now. So the lyrics, I've been thinking about you. Ooh, nah, nah, nah. I've been thinking about you. And in one of the notes, he kind of says, Hugh, nah, nah, nah. And he was like, see, he's talking about me. He just said, Hugh. I've been thinking about you. Hugh, nah, nah, nah. And I'm like, nah. Every time I hear that song, I think of Hugh now. I'm just telling another story about your name. So that's why.
I don't remember that, but it's something that I will do. So, yeah.
He's like, that tracks. Yeah, that tracks.
That is something I would say. He was like, yes, that is the narcissist in me, thinking that this man is singing about me. You, nah, nah, nah. I've been thinking about you.
I do that all the time. Every song with you in it, I change it.
To Hugh.
Yeah. My favorite is the, what's the Grease song? You're the one that I want.
Yes.
You're the one that I want.
I got You.
He's the one that I want. He's the one that I want. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Hugh.
Hugh, Hugh, Hugh. It's a good name. I'm here for the name Hugh. And they've all been, Hugh Laurie's great.
Arrogant album and change all.
Oh, you should do a comedy album. Can you sing, Hugh?
Not in public, I don't think.
What?
Maybe I've been practicing.
If you can sing in private, you can sing in public. It doesn't go away.
I've been doing vocal exercises for the last 3 months.
Are you lying?
I'm serious.
Why? Because you can really sing?
I thought maybe I could get to that point. So.
Look at Candice. In the pandemic, some people learned how to make sourdough, and he was like, let me discover.
Let me hit these runs.
Do re mi fa sol la.
How many songs did you record when you were singing?
Me? How do you remember that?
You played the song for me.
Candice would, for the listeners, Candice used to sing, and she would lie to people when she would drive them around and say that the CD wouldn't come out of the car, so they would be forced to listen to her music. This is jam.
You never told anyone you used to sing?
No, I've told people, but like it was so long ago.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I actually posted. My friend Kara back from Cincinnati she found a CD. Like, I guess I had given her a copy of that song you're talking about. That's the only song I have recorded of myself. That was actually a demo for the group 3LW.
Word.
Yeah.
Yo, you played that song and I was thinking, man, why is she fucking with comedy? Doing?
That's like you had a moment like I had with Rich Pierre Louis. I was like, why are you not in Cirque du Soleil? Well, that's big. I mean, and you knew at the time, you've been in comedy longer than me, so it's like you knew like how hard this road is. So the music industry is even worse. I hear, like, as far as like that's the way people get treated, and especially now with how people make money off of it, like, and artists don't get paid. But anyway. Yes, I did used to sing, but that was the only song that I had like recorded. Because it was, I mean, I didn't focus on it very long. I like was in a group very briefly out of college. We danced back up and we sang. But again, that was very short-lived as well. And then
the girls in the group are like, "What's she laughing at? We would go."
Like, we peaked. That was like when I peaked as a person. Was that group? Everything's been downhill since.
What was the name of the group?
Mel, I don't even think we got to decide on that. Like, I don't even think we were together long enough to like be called a thing, because we started dancing first and then we were like discovered that we could all sing, so then we like focused on that. But then by the time, I think I was like, I'm clearly the Justin Timberlake. I'm gonna break away from this. I'm gonna spare you guys hurt feelings, and I'm gonna break away before things get complicated.
Candice, this is our second rehearsal. Like, what do you?
I started feeling myself. I was like, I think I can go solo. They're like, we haven't even started the group yet.
This is our second practice.
You guys are holding me back.
They're holding me back.
We haven't even performed anywhere yet.
Behind the music is so short. They're like, I think Candice is going to be a problem.
On day 2, you're like, either you get your shit together or I'm going solo.
I need to work on that as a joke. But but that is essentially what happened. But yeah, the song was called Fever.
Come out on stage to your song.
You do? Is that the song you come up to?
You should come up to your song.
No, I think it's funnier if you come up to it.
I do that.
Oh, my friend sent it to me like it was probably around this time last year. She came across it in her house and was like, Candice, oh my God, look what I found. And I hadn't heard it in years. Probably the time I listened to it with you. It was on, I had it as an MP3 on my iPod Nano.
Okay.
And then that died and I haven't had access to it since. So hearing this, and I put it on my Instagram, and I was like, oh my God, the memories. But yeah, no.
When did you post it? I want to listen.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you in your DMs.
Yeah.
It's a weird post because it is just, you want it to? Okay. It's just, she sent me a video. She just took a video of the CD player that she had, and so the audio is not great, whatever, but I just posted like the audio of it. But yeah, I'll send it. Anybody else who's listening to this or watching this and you want me to send you my Fever. It was called Fever. So yeah, the producer of that was trying to sell that song to 3LW. I guarantee that never happened. But yes, I did sing it as a demo. And I can totally hear them sing. It's definitely a 3LW song.
Yeah.
Hugh's favorite group.
By the way, I don't think it matters what song you come out to when you do comedy.
It absolutely does not.
It does not.
Then when people ask, I'm like, why? Who cares?
They don't care. They don't care.
I mean, when people ask, I will tell them it's to play a song that I like.
Of course.
But it's not something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right. But even if it is ridiculous, that adds like humor. Like now I can riff off that ridiculous song that you just played. So like, I've never understood why people cared so much. What do you want me to? I don't care.
The comedian after a set, the fucking DJ really fucked me up with that walkout music.
Yo, when you bomb, you'll come any of you.
Yeah, it was that walkout. It was that fucking walkout music. Here's a walkout music story. We'll go on the road with Alonzo Bowden, and he's like an OG, old school beast of a comedian to me. And we were in Seattle one weekend, and it was when the Pharrell song Happy was hitting its peak, where you could
everywhere
click on 3 different radio stations and it was playing on all of them. It was playing in the department stores. It was playing they were humming it in commercials and shit. And I told him one day, we're killing the day, and I was like, I fucking can't stand this song, dude. Like, how, like, the song, all of this, it's just fucking bugs the shit out of me. And I would point it out every time I heard the song that day. I was like, look, this is like the 15th time I've heard this goddamn song. I fucking hate it. And then that night at the club, unbeknownst to me, this motherfucker told the DJ to play that as my song. So, like, for the entire weekend, I was walking up to some Jay-Z song or something. And in your head, as a comic, when you're expecting, like, the guy's going to say my name and this is what I'm going to hear. And the host goes, coming to the stage, Mal Hall, and he had it queued up right to the chorus, too. And I was like,
your favorite part.
I walk on stage, and you guys know how big Alonzo is. This motherfucker is fucking standing, like, right in my eye line by the DJ booth, fucking smiling and laughing his ass off. And that's now the running joke. Every time I work with him, he has the DJ play that fucking song.
That's amazing. Like, why is a song called Happy make me so mad?
Yeah, I'm so angry.
The reverse effect of Pharrell.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you hear a song so much. You just sick of it.
It doesn't affect the set, to Hugh's point, though. It doesn't matter.
No.
I'm taking a 10-year Beat It break.
10-year Beat It?
You're not going to listen to Michael Jackson Beat It for 10 years?
Yeah. 10-year.
Were you listening to it regularly?
Yeah, I heard it too much. Yeah.
You're talking about in the 80s, right? Like not recently, right?
No. Okay. Now you're gonna be conscious of this.
Oh no.
You're gonna hear "Beat It" a bunch of times now.
Because it's like when you get a new car, and then a car you never paid attention to. Now you see it everywhere.
Yo, everybody got a Kia. Oh,
Yeah.
He got a Kia. Everybody got a Kia.
I mean, the posters in the dealership said #1 selling car in America, but I had never seen it before I got it.
but for the record, I love the song. I just need a
Beat it. Yeah. Well, now I'm gonna have to, because I'm like, I can't even. Maybe it's because we've been trapped in our homes for a year, but I'm trying to. I can't. I mean, it does sound like a song that you would go like into Ross and it'd be playing, right? Like, or just the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
He's uncancelable. Michael's not going anywhere. He's just.
Yeah.
He's in our DNA.
Too many hits.
Too many hits. He's uncancelable. Wait, how much time do we have? It's 11:50. I want to ask you guys about. I don't know if we're going to have enough time to get into Lil Nas X. I want to ask you. So there was not a challenge, just a question that was posed online by the Food Network.
Mm-hmm. I saw it.
Mm-hmm. About French fries. And which one should go away? If you had to pick one to go away, which one would it be? And the only way I can describe the first one is just like a regular thin cut, kind of like McDonald's style French fry. That one. Then there's the crinkle cut French fry. There is the waffle fry and the curly fry. Which one has to go?
The post says, eliminate a French fry shape forever. Classic, crinkle, curly, or waffle.
Classic. I guess that is like a classical shape for a fry.
There's one correct answer for this question.
I agree. And Hugh, if you pick the wrong one, you're banned from this podcast for the rest of the year.
I have a feeling we're gonna have 3 different responses.
I'm cool with getting rid of curly, personally. I don't care.
Interesting.
Okay. Hugh,
interesting.
You're wrong.
I agree with that.
Candice,
say fuck crinkle.
Oof. You're wrong. I say waffle fry.
No.
Done.
You barely see them anyway.
It's true. They're
exactly. So you wouldn't miss it. Get rid of it forever. You never see it anyway.
Well, when do you see crinkle? You see crinkle in the frozen section of the grocery store, and you never see them at restaurants. Okay, stop. That's why your opinion doesn't even matter, because you go to Del Taco, you eat at Del Taco. Get out.
I like Del Taco over Taco Bell all day.
You shouldn't be eating either one of those things.
I know.
I like that you said one is better than the other. They're both trash, Mal. Okay, you're a grown man. You have a child. You should not be eating.
One is better trash. I'm waffle fry out all day. I looked at that post and I thought about it and I said, yeah.
Get your iceberg lettuce anywhere, Mel. You don't have to go to.
Thank you. They are the only people that are keeping iceberg lettuce on shelves. The fast food Mexican joints. Because iceberg lettuce is such trash. But that's interesting. I'm amazed that we all had. I thought for sure, because the crinkle ones I've only had or seen in the frozen section, and my mom used to make them as a kid, and I would always be like, these are just not as good as the rest of them. And I don't know why. But you know what other French fries are trash that I wish had been on this list instead of the crinkle? Steak fries. Fuck those motherfuckers.
I like steak fries thick. That's why I like crinkle fries. That's because they're thick. They're thick.
No, if I wanted a baked potato, I would have ordered one. All right, those thick ass, dry ass. It's too much potato.
Don't body shame those thick fries.
No, fuck that. I hate a steak fry. I hate it.
Hugh, weigh in. Steak fries.
Yeah, I hate to tell you guys this, but I don't care about fries anymore. Like me, it's the same thing. I've had so many fries in my life.
Hugh is
like
putting a 10-year ban on French fries and beat it.
when they say, "Would you like fries with that?" I'm like, whatever.
Wait, so you don't even like French fries anymore? Like you'd be fine if you never had them again?
What's the word? Yeah, ambivalent. Is that the
Yeah,
word?
ambivalent. Like you don't. You're right.
Yeah.
Really?
I just need a fry break. That's all.
That means you went hard at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. Every
See,
day.
did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Like, it reminds me of Ian's joke, Ian Edwards, for our listeners. He has a joke about, I don't remember, this is just the premise of it. I don't remember how it ends, but a woman that like goes celibate.
Yeah.
That means she was
How much?
fucking.
Yeah.
That's how hard. That just means she was going way too hard and had to dial it back. And that's how I feel about Hugh and the French. See, I guess I never went hard enough with French fries. Anytime it's a side, I'm like, yeah, French fries. But you know what else is a good fry substitute? I'm sorry, Hugh. I'm sorry to keep talking about this because Hugh obviously doesn't care. But since we're on potatoes, is tots. I'll take a tot.
Yeah, I like
tater tots.
Yeah.
Hash browns.
Yeah, hash browns.
What do you guys dip them in?
I mean,
Blueberry mustard.
what?
No, I'm kidding. There's no thing as blueberry mustard.
Did you see my face?
Your face,
I was like,
Candice's face is like, where the fuck do you shop?
What? But here's the thing: is I thought you were telling the truth because there is a company that makes different types of ketchups that are healthier for you. And here we go with Ian again. Ian gave me one of them. I don't know where he got it from, or he left it here. I don't remember. But it was like a ketchup that was made from a blueberry base.
Oh
wow.
And it was just like another type of condiment that you could try that'd be like, oh, try this instead of ketchup.
Right.
And it was okay. I wouldn't say it was, not that I'm a ketchup fan, but it was better than I thought it was going to be. So when you said blueberry mustard, I was like, maybe Ian was at Hugh's house and left some. Yeah, I mean, the only condiment we should, I mean, I'm sure it exists somewhere in some universe. I don't doubt it.
Blueberry mustard sounds like something that you would find at Home Goods. Like when you were going looking for like a throw pillow or like some kind of lamp or something, and they have the one area with random food. Yeah. Blueberry mustard. That's where you would find. Like, they make this?
They only made one bottle.
Let's buy it.
Blueberry mustard exists, but no gay guy has ever been converted.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
I stand by that statement. Hey, look, if you're a gay man or a straight man who used to be gay and got turned out by a woman, call in.
Operators are standing by. Call them right now.
No, I'm saying if you know, anyone who's watching this or listening, if you know a gay man who is no longer gay because of some good ass pussy, please let me know. Send me a DM, comment, let me know, because I honestly don't think it exists. And again, I think it may exist. It was temporary. They went back.
No, you're adding to it now.
I'm not adding. What do you mean?
You can't say it was temporary. If it happened,
I said that before. It didn't last. There's no way it lasted. That's a specific taste.
But it still counts, though.
No, it doesn't. Not if it was like a year. That's not. No, I don't know.
Actually, a long time. That's pretty good.
Not really. Not really. Hugh. You disappoint me. First with the.
Everything's speculation. I don't know a person that happened to. I'm just saying.
No, I know. I mean, first with the curly fries, that was a disappointment.
Yeah, curly fries are awesome. Also, the right answer to dip the fries is buffalo sauce.
Oh.
A really vinegary buffalo sauce with fries.
I'll eat any of that stuff with cheese dip. I forgot.
Ooh, cheese dip is not bad.
Cheese fries, yeah. Now I'm hungry. Now I'm hungry. Hugh. All right, we're gonna wrap up because it's been.
I survived.
You did. I wanted to ask you.
This entire time Hugh has had, is that the light? Energy.
No, it's Candice with the surprise stories. I'm like, oh boy.
I haven't seen Hugh. When is the last time I saw you? I haven't seen you.
I know, it's been a little while.
In
Yeah.
years.
Oh, wait. We saw each other at the airport.
Oh, yeah. Who were you with? You were with
JB. We did
JB Smooth. Yeah.
we performed in Cleveland, and
That was in Cincinnati. Yeah.
oh,
What was I doing?
It was Cincinnati, yeah. We did
It was
Bogarts in Cincinnati. I don't know why I remember the venue, but
Bogarts.
yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
I think it's called Bogarts. It's like an old rock club, and they have comedians there too.
I've never heard of this, but I've never really performed that much.
Like everyone in Cincinnati is saying, "How could you not heard of this place?"
Yeah, no, and
it's like a legendary place.
I mean, that actually sounds familiar, Bogarts, but as a comedy venue, that doesn't calculate, you know. But Bogarts, actually, now that you're saying it, does sound familiar.
Yeah, it's like a 1,500 seat club.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. I try to, like when I left Cincinnati, Hugh, like in Men in Black, that device, the neuralizer.
Yeah.
That just goes like this and erases your memory. That's what when I moved to LA, that's what I had done. So I would forget everything from my past in Cincinnati.
Well, your past was horrendous. Of course you would.
That's because I was out there getting turned out.
You were turning people in and getting turned out. What does turned in mean again?
When your vagina is so bad, a guy, you turn him gay.
Turn him gay. Yeah.
Like he was straight this whole entire time till he had that bad. And now he's like, you know what? What if one woman did have that bad of a vagina that it just was like?
Listen, everything has happened once. So that lady exists. Unfortunately.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
And that man exists too.
Yep.
Yeah, if you're that man, call in. I do want to hear these stories.
Well, that man was on the border already, and she.
That's what they were teetering already.
Yeah.
She was the straw.
Yeah, the dry.
The dry straw.
The dry straw. The dry, maybe it was wide.
The barren.
Dry and wide? Oh no. Hey, like you said, everything's happened once, so maybe there is a woman with the dry wide. Dry wide.
Tried.
Used to call me dry wide back in the
Hugh, last question.
Her voice is raspy, but it seemed like
raspy vagina.
It made sense to me. It tracks. Last question, and then I'll let you carry on with your Saturday. If you were not a comedian and a writer, what would you be doing?
Oh my goodness, it's been so long. I can't think of anything.
Nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
Yeah. So you'd just be homeless. You'd be a janitor.
I'd be a janitor or a factory worker.
Or developing some kind of blueberry mustard.
In a lab.
Beakers and test tubes, goggles.
When I think of
I would be doing something I didn't like.
Yeah.
What if there's something? Is there anything that you do like as a hobby that you like that maybe you could like turn into something?
Yeah, I sing.
Okay, first of all, no. No. I am not accepting that as an answer.
And I've been practicing piano.
Have you really been doing that?
Yeah, but I'm in the very early stages, so yeah.
I tried to learn piano when I was like right out of college because I was like, I want to try new things, and to learn as an adult is so difficult. Like I was taking lessons too, and I was just, this isn't sticking. And I also like, I played the flute, which I just got repaired. I got my flute repaired, and I just started playing that again. But even I was just like, even with a musical background, I was like, this is difficult, and I couldn't stick with it.
You should try it one more time.
I'm good. That ship has sailed. You,
Candice, what?
You still gonna play the flute, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna play it today. Actually,
maybe we'll form a band.
I don't know if you were listening, but I'm a solo act.
Sorry, I'm gonna turn you out musically.
We can be like, what was that group on In Living Color, Cephas and Reese?
Oh yeah.
They were supposed to be the who were they a parody of? It was Ashford and Simpson. Yeah. Cephas and Reese, David Allen Greer and Kim Wayans. Anyway, what you about to say, Mal?
I was going to ask you, what do you think you'd be doing if you weren't doing comedy?
That's super easy for me. I mean, baking, I could for sure like bake. I would love that. But
you really think you would love it?
Yeah.
I took baking in high school. I worked in like 3 bakeries in my life.
Did you? And I was going to ask you if you enjoyed baking as like a joke question, but
not for work, but I would, just bake something at home. That would be cool, but not when you got to make like.
Oh, okay. I see. Like regularly on a daily, like, and order, like you have demands.
And you have to go in at like 5 a.m.
A lot. Yeah. A baker's day starts. It's like a farmer.
Yeah.
You get up
very
at the same
demanding
time.
job. People don't think about that either, how demanding of a job it is to be a baker.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. And I mean, it's a lot of pressure, but we need these treats. Like you can't take these treats away. But yeah, I would do like I would love to have like a coffee, matcha, like vegan baked goods, but also like a juice bar in like the woods or like Costa Rica, like a place where I could get like fresh fruits and just like grow my own stuff and make it for people just to help people get healthy.
But in the woods, so you're not expecting to make a lot of money because...
it's more like not in the woods. That's not a good idea because I just want to be in the woods all the time. But for my business, I would prefer like a more of a Costa Rica type place where it's like, it'd be touristy, like tourists would come, but also I would provide just for the community, the local community around me. I would have like a healthy like bar, juice bar, coffee, tea type situation where I get to bake stuff, but it's all vegan and organic.
Okay.
What about you? I know you make pizzas.
Yeah.
Is that really what you do? Yeah. I mean, you're good at it.
I just got a new oven like yesterday and I made pizzas on it. I got a new oven on Thursday and I made pizzas on it last night and I was like, this is...
Took it to the next level?
Yeah, there are people that do like, that's the only job they know from 14. Like all they do is spin pizzas and it's like, I could see that. Like this is fun. There's like the baker element of it when you're making the dough. That's very therapeutic and very precise, which I like as a comedian. It's like it's detail oriented. And then like creating the pizza is also kind of detail oriented if you want to be an artisan about it,
Yes.
And so yeah, I think that's what I would be doing.
And you make people happy.
Yeah.
You ever made a cheeseburger pizza?
No.
He doesn't eat meat.
Good. Oh, okay.
Either. We don't eat meat.
I could use Impossible meat though. Impossible cheeseburger.
That's true.
I was just thinking one of the best pizzas I ever had. I think.
Where was it from? New York? Is it New York?
It wasn't.
Oh.
It was like a...
Shots fired.
It was like Godfathers or something, but it was...
Out here in LA?
The Midwest somewhere.
Oh.
Godfathers is big in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
It's a chain type place. And the best pizza in America is in Connecticut. Taco pizza?
Yeah, I like taco pizza too.
I don't know what that is.
You can imagine.
No, I can't.
It's not hard.
Do you like fold it into a taco?
No, it's like the ingredients that would be in the taco or on the pizza.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd like that. I have a hard time mixing cultures. I drove by in the food and I'm sure I've had fusion places before where they like mix cultural cuisine, but I was driving up Cahuenga, I think it's on Cahuenga, and there's a place that I look at all the time, and I'm like, that sounds terrible. And it's called Indie Mex, and they mix Indian and Mexican, but people like it.
I would try that.
I can't wrap my brain around it, but I think it's more like, I think people have described it like they'll make a burrito out of like naan, right? So it's like, I think it's more so the style of Mexican with Indian food. Whereas I was picturing like a taco mixed into some chana masala. And I'm like, that don't sound good to me.
Aren't there like Korean barbecue burritos?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Someone's invented that.
Korean barbecue taco truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Koji?
Koji.
Is it Koji or Kogi? Koji?
Kogi, I think.
Kogi.
You was wrong. Both yes were wrong.
What was your job at the bakery? I'm curious. I know we're going over time.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, if he's
just baker. Like I wasn't the head baker or anything. I was like the.
You don't say.
He told me what to do, and I did it.
Gotcha.
You, the head baker. That doesn't even make sense. In what world would Hugh be the head baker? Oh, wait, I was going to ask. Oh, did you eat the stuff that you made? Like when I worked at a yogurt place, I was eating all the toppings and I gained probably 15 pounds while I worked at that frozen yogurt place. Did you do that? Did you have a problem being around all the treats all the time?
I think you get tired of it at some point. So I did a little bit, but
I disagree. Those toppings never got old. Like when I was like contemplating leaving the job, which I did job abandon it because that's what I used to do when I was a kid. I wouldn't even tell them. I just peace out and just not show up. But one of the things I thought was like, Candice, you're not going to have access.
You were eating the toppings, but not the yogurt?
Oh, no, I ate that too. But I, of course, ate the yogurt. But the toppings were, in these big vats, just Reese cup pieces, Snickers, crumbles, Oreos. I would just take a cup, scoop, like my whole entire shift. And I was like, you're not going to have access to this, Candice, if you leave this job. And I was like, maybe I shouldn't leave, but I did.
Candice, it appears that we're running out of toppings quicker than we're running out of yogurt. Do you know what's going on?
And I just have a chocolate crumble stuck to my face. I don't know. And, a lot of people have been asking for extra toppings.
Candice, there's a Twix on your cheek, right? You got left Twix on your face.
That was there when I came in. I was eating a Twix bar and you gaslight them. That's not a Twix bar. It's a zit. So stupid. You guys, this has been amazing.
It's been fun.
Hugh, see, how did you do? If you were to rate yourself, give yourself a grade. A, B, C, D.
Oh no, I had a blast. I'm
not asking how I did. I want you to rate because you came in saying you're not going to be a good guest. How would you rate yourself? Right, grade yourself.
No, I was fine. Yeah.
Has this changed your mind about doing other people's podcasts now, or more often, or are you still going to continue to not do them as much at all?
I'll do a few more. Yeah.
He's not.
I am. Somebody asked me to do this, and this is making me. I'm more willing to do it now. So yeah.
They're not all going to be as delightful as this. Some of them make you do homework, and I'm like,
Not me, buddy.
Yeah, no. They're like, you need a microphone. I'm like,
Yeah.
And I have a microphone. I just don't want to use it.
I won't even do homework to get a job now. So
That's the Hugh I know. All right. You guys, thank you for tuning in to The Struggle. I've been Candice Thompson. If you have not subscribed, make sure you do that. We're on all podcast platforms. Subscribe on YouTube, rate and review us on iTunes. And if you haven't told someone and you're listening to this regularly, tell somebody, do us a solid. Hugh, one last time. Oh, I didn't ask you at the top. You don't be on social media that much anyway, but where can people find you on social media?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm easy to find. You can just look me up. My
You can just Google me. Like, yes.
I think I'm Hughes the Man on Instagram.
I think you are. You don't even know your handle. That's hilarious.
That's
I think that is your Instagram, but no underscore or anything like that in there? Hyphens?
I don't think so. But I think if you type in Hugh Moore, you'll see a picture of me and Amari Stoudemire, and you'll know it's me. That's a basketball player. My favorite Nick, by the way.
Amari Stoudemire was a beast. Steve Nash got him paid.
Yeah, he was a beast.
I don't know anything about this.
Oh, okay.
I know who all those people are that you mentioned, but that's all I know.
Yeah.
Time out.
We didn't even get to talk about you and Suge Knight when you came to Wild 'N Out.
I mean, if you guys have 2 minutes.
What is the story?
And I probably have told this before, but yeah, so Hugh used to were you a writer and producer or just writer?
And I think the title was head writer at that.
Oh, okay.
It's just a title. It's just a title.
But Hugh's hilarious, and stays working. But anyway, so he was a head writer on Wild 'N Out, and they were taping out here. And my friend Joyelle was a PA. And she would ask me.
She did work on there.
Yeah, she was a PA and asked me if I wanted to come to set one day and watch a taping. And I was like, of course, what am I doing? And I was like, in my 20s and just like, we had just started doing stand-up. Like, this is fresh, like Candice is now in Hollywood, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come to a taping. And so I went and I'm just standing there minding my own business. And I look to my left and I'm like, oh my God. And I see who's standing next to me. And it's Suge Knight. And Irv Gotti was with him. And I was just saying, I was like, oh my God. And Joyelle and I were like,
about you.
You were worried about me? You thought I was gonna get turned out by Suge Knight?
I couldn't save you. Nothing. How could I save you? They would have killed me.
Yeah, they would. I was scared he was gonna kill me. That's the only reason why I gave him my phone number. He goes, you the classiest lady up in here. Can I get your phone number? And I was like, I don't know here. And I did out of fear. I gave him my number out of fear. I was just like, okay. But I did also he gave me his phone number. I was like, Suge Knight's giving me his phone number. And then maybe a couple of weeks after that, Joyelle and I got booked on Michelle Murdoch's Crack 'Em Up in the belly of the Comedy Store. And I think, again, when I said we were barely in comedy, this was an open mic. It was like our first, probably booked show, in a location that's the Comedy Store. I was like, oh my God. Joyelle was like, you have to invite Suge Knight. I was like, no.
I didn't know she told you to do that. Wow.
Yeah, and then she convinced me to actually do it. It got to a point where she was like, Candice, imagine if Suge Knight to see you. And I don't remember how she talked me into it, but I actually ended up calling him already. And again, I'd had it maybe 2 weeks at this point, already disconnected. I was like, yeah, he's the most infamous person in Hollywood. So yeah, his number has changed probably 4 times since I met him 2 weeks ago.
I know he should have said, this is my number today.
So you got to call me tonight if this is going down at all.
Yeah.
But that's hilarious. So you were scared, Hugh, but didn't want to save me because you were scared. So
what did I do? And he didn't really do anything yet. So there's
yeah. He didn't dangle me over a building by my ankles.
Oh man,
that's the Suge Knight story. That's so. At one point, I had Suge Knight's phone number.
I was in the Levi's store at Century City Mall and just looking at some denim or whatever, and I turned and to my right, and I was like, "Fucking Suge Knight wears Levi's." I was shopping for Levi's right there.
They
Like,
make
which
his
Levi's,
size, huh?
yeah, which Levi's do you wear to run a dude over in your truck? Stairs.
That is what got him. That is what got him. That's what locked him up, as he ran a dude over and killed him.
Yeah, he did. Wow.
Yeah, I think he's still in jail.
Yeah.
He's still there. That's a big man, and I don't think people understand. Like, you see, people look different when you see them on television, or not in his case on television, but in music videos and in court. But he's a monstrous, like.
He's like Thanos, a real life Thanos.
Yes, he is gigantic. And I can't say that if I was a man and I was that size, that I wouldn't have the same complex. Like, I think I would just be walking around shaking people up. Like, and if I looked like that, what else can you do but be a thug? Like, you can't do anything else.
I already, and I know I can't fight, and I still walk people around.
Exactly. Yeah, no, he's a wall of a man.
Yeah.
He is Thanos. That's a great way to describe him.
Hip hop Thanos.
Hip hop Thanos. He's in there right now. He's searching for the last Infinity Stone.
Or he has all of them, and but he doesn't know how to snap.
Or he can snap, but he has to hear some good music to do it.
You guys, that was amazing. We'll end here. Mal, I think you were the last one that still had to tell people.
Mal, you guys know where to find me. Google Mal Hall.
And that's it.
Yeah.
All right. Guys, this was fun. Till next time, take care.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.